won't believe this. So this guy murdered his two teenage daughters, and this is what he said in an interview.
At this time, you didn't think about guns. You think about to run for your life.
You were running for your life?
Yes.
And you didn't think to keep your gun to protect yourself? There are so many contradictions in your story. That's why I'm asking you. You sensed danger, but you left your girls to face it on their own.
I never thought it would go that far.
You never thought they would go that far?
Shooting, I thought I am the one they target me, not the girls.
But how would you know? If you didn't know who was after you, you didn't know why,
Then
you thought there was a threat, but you left your girls to face it themselves? What father would leave his girls behind to face danger on their own?
Well, this was a mistake. I said I'm not supposed to stop to begin with. I said that. But the issue is, where is the camera? Why they don't want to see the camera? The surveillance camera.
You make it sound like you're the victim here. Is that what you believe?
Exactly.
You're the victim?
Yes.
In order to understand how we came to all these, this pathetic murderer claiming his innocence, using such an infuriating statement. So I'm going to briefly tell you what exactly happened. Stay with me. So this guy's name is Yasser Said, and he is originally from Egypt. He moved to the United States in his mid-20s, and when he hit 30, he married this girl, Patricia Owens, who, by the way, was 15 years old. Yeah, that's right, 15 years old. So shortly into the marriage, they had 3 kids, 2 girls, Sarah and Amina, and 1 boy, Islam. So apparently this guy had an obsession with videotaping the girls. Some of these tapes are somehow inappropriate. Listen to this.
Nice legs. I got this. Take this blanket from this one in the back.
No!
Go.
No! Get away!
Take.
No!
Wow, look at these eyes. If I put my eye on you.
I'm gonna get sick now.
That is a wildly inappropriate thing to say to your teenage daughter. So fast forward to the events leading to their murder. As teenagers, it's only normal for the girls to be involved with boys and dating, right? So when their father found out the girls were kind of messing around with boys, he began doing stuff like checking their phones and following them and spying on them. On one incident, one of the girls had found a job at a fast food restaurant, and Saeed followed her to work.
She can see us from inside, right?
Oh.
She smiled to the customer.
Bubba, she has to. Part of her job.
She's in trouble.
In the video, you can hear him saying she's in trouble because she smiled at a customer. He also threatened to kill them after checking their phones. Literally, this guy was insane. So, in the weeks leading to the girls' demise, they confided in their history teacher and even sent her an email in fear for their lives. They also wrote about how their father abused them sexually when they were younger, and that he recently hinted to doing it again. In the documentary Interview with a Killer in Court TV, hosted by David Scott, this is the email she wrote.
Just weeks before she was murdered, she told a teacher about the tension in the household and that she was terrified of you. She said, "We are running away before the break ends. I know he will search for us until he finds us, and he will, without any drama or doubt, kill us." Amina was talking about your sexual abuse of her again. And she told the teacher that when we were younger, he used to do things, and he started hinting at them again. Did you kill your daughters to shut them up from making these accusations?
So all this took place in 2004 when Sarah was 17 and Amina was 18th. At this point, both girls had boyfriends to whom they had confided in about their father's abuse, death threats, and his plan to marry them off to old men back in Egypt. So both boys wanted to help them, and one of them had even dropped out of school to work so that he could save enough money and rent out an apartment, and the plan had gone well. So on Christmas Eve of 2004, Sarah and Amina, accompanied by their mother, Patricia, managed to escape from Saeed and went to live the apartment the boys had rented out. Saeed contacted Patricia and managed to convince her to go back home, and on December 31st, 2004, Patricia told them that they should go back home to Texas because they were supposed to put flowers on their grandma's grave. However, that was a lie and they had initially refused, but later agreed. So Patricia drove the girls back home and right into their father's hands. The girls were completely devastated. That evening, Syed took the girls out claiming he was taking them to eat and talk, and he refused the company of their mother. Around 7:30 p.m., just a few minutes after they had left the house, the police received this devastating call from Sarah during her last moments before her life was snatched away.
Harvey 911, what is your emergency? What's going on, ma'am?
I'm dying, not whatever. Oh my God.
Even though we can all hear clearly that she said her father shot her and she's dying, he continuously denied up to this day. After the incident, Yasser Saeed went into hiding. In 2014, he was put on the FBI Most Wanted list with a bounty of $100,000. He wasn't caught until August 2020. Over 12 years, he was in hiding just 30 miles away from where the murders took place. And who was aiding him all this time? His son and his brother. Oh yeah, that's right. Over the 12 years of his hiding, a filmmaker, Nina Najad, set out to tell the story of the girls in a documentary titled The Price of Honor. On this documentary, Nina uncovers a dark truth that confirmed the girls' accusations of the sexual abuse earlier on. So when the girls were a bit younger, they filed a sexual report against their father and he was indicted of the crime. But later on, he threatened to kill their mother if they didn't drop the charges, and so they did. Although he was found guilty for 2 counts of capital murder, for some reason, the prosecution didn't go for a death penalty, which they should have, because this man deserves to pay with his life. So, interestingly but unsurprisingly, while in prison, Said sent this letter to the judge claiming that his arrest is a conspiracy, and he can apparently smell it. Oh wow, this guy is straight up as delusional as he is self-centered. He really thinks the world revolves around him, doesn't he? He was sentenced to life without parole, and as for his son and brother, they were charged with aiding and abetting a fugitive and sentenced to 10 and 12 years respectively in federal prison, which they are currently serving. So, yeah, that's today's infuriating story. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section and subscribe if you liked the video. Also, you can find the full interview on Court TV if you're interested. It's time for me to sign off, so yeah, stay safe and I'll see you tomorrow.